Hello, and welcome back to episode 3 of Automation, where we are playing Kiev motors. We have had a successful launch. I'd forgotten what I really was going to call these. I was considering calling them KV1, KV2, but maybe that would have been a little bit too, I don't know, strained. Anyways, last we were here, I think we were going to continue to make profits through 1950. And then we're going to look at possibly using drum, maybe monocoque chassis. And on our next sportier car, hopefully sportier, hopefully actually sporty, we do have the recession starting, which is we are taking a hit from. Oh wow. That jump was because we were the skating one, we had some months of build-up. Wow. Not used to seeing a profit chart that crazy. And we need one more month to get the brakes. There we go. So 412 million. That's good. And I do want to start an all new project. I also try to do a facelift at the same time. Been 5 years. So we'll do the facelift. There we go. I want to do it there. Kiev motors, we do not call them marks. We call them KVs. So we have the KV1 version and the KV2 version. There, I'm doing it. Update these. Oh yeah, and we should do the engine as well. KV1, KV2, facelift. Yeah, that's fine. This is not a clone. This is KV2 version. The variant. And most likely will not change a thing. Because there's no reason to do so. Like, we'll probably take a hit on fuel economy if we do this. Yeah. For little gain. We do have slightly more octane we can use. And if yeah, that's knocking, that isn't. That gets a slightly more fuel efficiency. I can, of course, put that back up to 42 and raise the cam profile instead. That hurts our fuel efficiency, which is about what I expected. Doesn't really help the power curve. We'll revert. So yeah, just slightly different piston head to get the compression slightly higher and retard the timing just a tad. And there we go. We have our 06B21 KV2. Let's do our factory. No changes. Don't need to change anything here either, although time is 5. Yeah, I'm going to leave it. Because we don't need a lot of engines. It'd be good to get the cost per unit down. But at 50, we're 20% savings in the engine. And we can see that they go from $160 per engine to $127 per engine. I don't know, that might be worth it. It's still only 5 months cooling time. I think 6 will be my limit. Can go all the way up. Engine will be half price then. But it'll cost 70 million to do that. Whereas this is 6 million. That's 18 million. Yeah, I think that's honestly for the best. The tooling I think I want to leave up because that helps increase quality some. Sign off on that factory. And then we'll head back to here. And it's already updated to the KV2. Excellent. So yes, this is the KV2. KV, or nope, there it is. 51. I actually forgot what we were, the market we were aiming for previously. Will be the family budget. Or no. The delivery van. We're doing family sport. Okay. I think it has actually kept the marketing appeal to a specific, even with the 20% penalty to body type. This is a van, not a pickup truck. Still does amazingly well in the utility budget category. Just expensive apparently for that. Well, let's finish that out. See if there's any adjustments we need to make. Could do an automatic. I would definitely prefer it, but it would be significantly more expensive and hurt engineering times by a month. Or sorry, 2 months. And we would retain the 2-speed. I like it, and I don't mind it. That seems to be alright where it is. I'm not going to go for the 4x4. Might help in the utility category? No, too expensive. Branch will actually help, or doesn't help, but that actually, angle locker actually helps. Interesting. How much more does that add? Not too bad. Gives us a differential. Weird. And helps in a lot of the categories on that side. Whoops. No change to the tires, I don't think. Might tweak it slightly. Probably do it on the suspension end though. Do we want better brake? How much does that increase cost? $16. 1 month engineering time. And we get amazing brakes. Brakes that'll lock up the front and back now. Go for 60/40. Oh yeah. Right. We drove this in BeamNG and yeesh. That spacing needs to not be quite that harsh. We're shifting gears at 24. Do it. 34. Oh, we'll still do it a little bit long. I think what I will do, I will lower the top speed. Min-maxed it a bit too much. There, we have a significant drop in desirability to 72, so that drops the top speed by 16 miles an hour. It puts us top end of the power curve. We'll see. We'll see how this works out. I'm a little bit leery. I don't think I'm being aggressive enough. I should lower the top speed significantly more. But also need something that drives in BeamNG that doesn't bomb here. Yeah, these are still pretty good values, but it'll be delayed a bit as we get to the production side of it. Are they interested in safety? Not yet. Alrighty. Tweak the suspension a bit. And doggy up front. Then we'll adjust the dampers. Tweaking them a little bit. Okay. A little bit stiffer in the back than they were before. Oh yeah, we might have to do our adjustments here. Do the back end. Our front end. Yeah, I can't really improve on it. And it futs any settings anywhere else. Perfect. So yes, I don't think there's much we can do. It's not bottoming out. Rolls a lot, but it is a microvan. Glorious, glorious. And we have our sport bird. I may retarget it towards the fun budget or the city budget. The other one doesn't do as well in those categories. Or it does. Budget is 202. Yeah, this one has much better fun budget. Family budget. Probably target it for the family budget. Because it's got the seats for it and the utility van does not. So we'll go ahead and do that. Target audience. Drivetrain wise, automatic does help, but again, increases price significantly. I think I'm going to leave that alone. Bring this down to 72 miles an hour. Add a third gear. Turn up the gears some. That's hurting the cost too much, so we'll leave it at 2 gears. But it'll be the same as the other one. And yeah, we saw that it hurt those categories when we were using differentials on the budget delivery van version. Drivability is excellent. It does cost more, but they do like that it breaks. That down to again. No need to shift, no need to shift. Possibly. No, it's too expensive. I really like it that stiff. Okay. Because it's hurting the drivability some. I can make them less stiff. 339, 343. Okay, brought them down by 0.2 each. Rebalance the dampers. Mostly I'm tweaking those by checking up here, which really it's the balance between comfort, drivability, and sportiness. And that's what's affecting this value. But rather than, okay, I need this much comfort, this much sportiness, this much drivability, I'm just using the raw values. Oh wow. No sway bars. How much does it roll? Oh, that's awesome. I can't wait to drive this. Which I'm looking forward to driving that. Do the skating one again. Grumble is done. Factory, no changes. Automation, good. Maybe we can bump it up slightly even. Costs a lot of money for the tooling cost though. Oh, geez. Yeah. It's fine. Now we can go to the actual process. Targeting 2 years before. Not under as much of a time crunch now. Okay, now we have some familiarity. Very little. remove the tooling. It's time. Doesn't hurt our desirability too much. I want to kill the reliability. Big part of this. Funding high. It's only 8 million. Lower the pressure. So it's 23.9 months. Now the design team can actually learn something from this. Time, car, a lot of cars per month. Production units. Perfect. We did the engines already. Oh, right. And we can actually completely deep on that. Now they'll be able to learn quite a bit. Hopefully. 8 million. Balance that a little bit better. Put a little pressure on the team. And suddenly it costs 253K for the project. Outstanding. I like it. Sign off on that. Green from the beginning. Love it. It'll be a bit more expensive. Target 2 shifts. We'll make it more expensive. Keep the skating down. May even drop the price some. While increasing the price of the budget version. It's funny how they're only $20 part in the original. The budget one was actually the more expensive one. I should probably rename it. It's really a delivery van. And it ended up more expensive because it has the differential. Suppose useful when you're delivering packages and flowers. Yeah, let's see how that works out. Sign off on that. Then we want a new project. We're going to modify this model. Take a look at some of the new things that we have. Could use this coupe. Could also do this one. Wheelbase is larger than our other one, but not terribly so. And I don't want to go back to 46. That's too old. It's really a choice between the strictly coupe or this sort of, we can make all kinds of things out of it. Coupe. Oh, including a convertible. Done. We're using this model. Gonna do steel. We're not gonna do aluminum. No mass production for aluminum. The ladder. Do the monocoque. Requires a lot more engineering time. We want to really deal with that level. Might focus on the engine for this. Start with a cheap sports car. Want an axle coil. An axle coil to start. No, I'm not going to do a solid leaf. Semi-trailing. We'll do wishbone in the front. More engineering time, but it's good suspension. Now we need our new engine project. Inline 4. Tempted to leave it square and at 2 liters. I like half-liter cylinders. I'm just concerned. And it won't fit anyways. So let's go with a long stroke then. Brings us down to 0.4. Try 76. 68. Yeah, that bore is going to be what kills us. Do we go for push rods with? Oh, that's left over. That's our new one. Okay. Cast iron. Not going to use dissimilar metals. And exit out. I want to check the other engines. This was a 58 by 78 and it worked out well. So worked out well with 78. Let's try to see if we can push it to 82 then. Now it's not linked star so that I can check it. There we go. It'll be very crowded in that engine bay. Just like every super sports coupe. Squeeze that engine in. That reminds me, did we have a choice? Engine placement was front longitudinal only. Go with one of the space frame, we can actually stick it somewhere else. I like the rear, because it reduces service costs and doesn't hurt the cooling capacity too much. Ooh, and we get a McPherson strut. I want to space frame it. Seems a bit silly. We'll leave it front longitudinal. That. Didn't get confused. It did. Semi-trailing. Leave it there. Go back to editing the engine. 70 by 82. Willing to consider an overhead cam. See how we do with everything else. 7's going to be about right. This is sporty compared to our other one. Although it won't likely change that. I'm going to go for way too much intake to start. I'm going to keep it running on regular fuel. Leave the timing for now. Leave the RPM limiter. Like, the goal is to make a sporty coupe that's a budget sporty coupe. I'm going to go for the long tubular to start. No muffler. We want baffled. There we go. Now we can start tweaking it. 46 horsepower. Our rev limiter is going to be 6400. 6400 actual. We get some valve float there. 6300. And yeah, the valve train is causing us some issues. So, oh, no, that's not what I wanted. I want to edit the engine. I want to go back here. Actually, with the overhead cam, it actually has more of an issue. Dual has improvement. Smaller valves will help pretty significantly. I don't really want the engineering time of the dual overhead cam. I think we're stuck with the direct acting. I'd be convinced to do the overhead cam, but with the extra valves, the engineering time goes up. So does the production time, yeah. Direct acting to start then. Stick with what we're used to. 46. Don't want the fuel efficiency to be too low. I'll go as low as 12 though. Let's get it down there. That increases our ability to push up. Better fuel efficiency with the timing. Bitch, that didn't last long. Go up one more. And yeah, we're at the peak about what we can get with fuel efficiency from the ignition timing. Leave it there. We will leave it ultra lean because that's how we keep the fuel efficiency up. See how it does with more compression. Nope, that's just sacrificing. And with less compression, I have a feeling we're already in the sweet spot. Yep. Oh, I think I'll drop the cam profile just one. We'll start knocking. We'll drop the timing to 5. There we go. Now we get to start making it cheaper. Oh, I didn't have it fully extended. There we go. I'm going to engineer it for it. And that's what we're going to do. Would like... See if we can get 6,000. Drop the stroke to 81. Edge bottom end. Yeah, we're using full capacity. 81. Not knocking. Fuel efficiency is good. Alright. Now, because I always forget, go to the engine. We're looking at a inline 4 cast 70 by 81 2 valve overhead. Yeah. Inline 4 70 81 2 valve direct overhead cam. The overhead cam, when I use it, I will designate that as a SOC, or a single overhead cam. For the direct acting, can't use that, because dock is dual overhead cam. Can't use that for direct acting. Awk looks weird, so I just leave it as overhead cam. Then the variant will be a 1200cc. It's actually like a budget sport. We'll get the horsepower soon. KV1. Oh yeah, I need to rename that one. Open the project, edit variant. Now we have flow bench is what I'm looking for. No changes to do there. Intakes. Yeah, and we're really sacrificing if we go down too much. And it even hurts economy. Do a twin eco though. That's actually a pretty good carburetor. And make it performance as well. Oh, it's loud. That gives us more fuel efficiency to work with. Not that we want to go too aggressive on the cam profile, because we're hurting our low end. And retard it a little bit, squeeze out a little bit more compression. Having a 51. Yeah, 57 horsepower. Twin economy carburetor. Yeah, that's not too big a deal in service cost. Now let's get the headers down. Wow. Even a short cast works. Performance hit is not a lot. Down. And there we go. That'll get us more fuel economy. Brings it up to 13 actually. Sacrificing 3 horsepower to do it. 12 was the target. I like 12 and a half. Performance will be important. So let's leave it up there, and we got ourselves a 62 horsepower inline 4. Actually sounds semi-decent. There is our new engine. Our sporty engine. The car project. We're looking at this trim. Oh, no, not that one. This one. Do want to start with the coupe. I am going to try to make this car smaller every way that I can, because the wheelbase is 2.6. It is huge compared to our microvan. Oh, this one doesn't have the fun things to do with the, I think it's the 46 model, as grabbables in the center, like you can pop in and out the headlights themselves. You can make these concave or convex, and you can do the same for the grill, like all separately. It's a bit silly. Fun to play with though. Alright, what do we want for paint scheme? How it looks in BeamNG. Nice and flat. Shall we make it bronze? We make it copper. We make it silver. That's for like some kind of elite premium vehicle. Ugh. Purple, blue, sky blue, green. Because everyone will be green with envy when they see this vehicle. Sure, why not? Good reason as any. Trim slots. What are the trim slots for you? Really? Too black? No, because then it blends in with the windows. Silver? Oh. I don't know. Looks a little silly. I'll keep it though. Just so it's something different. And we'll quickly go through all the pictures. There we go. Tail lights. Not that one, is it? The one that I usually use. Whoa. Okay, I don't know if this is the one I usually use, but that looks neat. Yeah, we're keeping that. I agree, it also looks slightly silly. Don't care. Alright, we have the front engine. I'm going to use the boxy grill again. Some sort that protects it from all the weeds you're going to be running into. Stick it there. Widen that. Probably look most appropriate if we went all the way to there. Then scoop, window, lip, spoiler, wing, all these things we don't need. Do the big obnoxious fuel cap that sticks out right in front of the right rear wheel well. Door handles, basic. Mirrors, Basic. Attached to the doors. No aerial. Put our sport plate on. Because why not? No big obnoxious chrome bumper. Although we might need one up front. Rear, got kind of this rub rail. Full-size trunk, isn't it? Looking for the seam. See it right there. We'll put the license plate on it. Stick a bumper bar on here. Put the drop bar. Full length. Is that too obnoxiously silly looking? The answer, of course, is in Archana, no. That one looks a little less silly. If we can't do it with the front, we're gonna have to do it on the rear as well. There we go. It's a little bit too aggressive still. It's more normal. It's going wrapping around this edge that sticks out. Didn't we go for the owl? It was convenient. This one will have an owl on it anyways. No takebacks. It's over. What looks totally cheap? Trying to be sporty. Not that I'll necessarily go with that, because I also just want something. But we're also running long on time, so I'm going to have to cut it short here soon. Oh, okay. There. We took a basic ball hubcap, just totally rounded. We put some flair on it to make it look totally snazzy and fast. I'm not going to mess with the exhaust tips, tow hooks, none of that stuff. Doesn't matter. Then here's how we finish it. Actually, we don't need to go through all that quite yet. Save and call it. Thank you for staying to the end. I can't wait to see how this one turns out, especially once we get it over to BeamNG. And I will see you next time. Take care.